everybody. Monique with Remax Excalibur here. Thank you so much for joining me today at my real estate video blog. And I have Bruce LaBelle with Royal Home Inspection Services. Thank you for being here today.
Thank you for calling me out to this adventure.
Yes, so we are here at a home and we've had some issues because here in Phoenix we just had like a 1,000-year flood is what they're calling it. We literally had like 7 hours worth of rain.
Over 6 inches of rain within that period.
Right. So I've had a lot of phone calls. Monique, what do? I want to make sure my home is safe. I need to be able to know that I can sell it without scaring the next buyer.
Who are you going to call and it's not Ghostbusters?
Bruce LaBelle with Royal Home Inspection Services. So really, Bruce, educate us. Let us know what we need to do.
Okay.
You're going to have the stage.
Well, we're out at this house today and we're looking at it because it did have some water damage and a water incursion. As a home inspector, as a mold assessment technician, we're out looking at what possibly happened to the house.
Right.
The things that happened at this particular house, as we walked around and looked at the outside, they had what was called a negative grade, which allowed water to flow towards the house instead of away from the house.
Okay.
It actually wicked its way into the wall right down here on the bottom, and it got up underneath. And with our moisture meter, we're able to tell that, yes, we do actually have some water damage and water incursions in the house. Mold is a symptom. Mold is not the problem. The problem is where did the water come from? We have the water damage in the house. How do we keep it to happen again?
Right.
And then correct what the water actually did. So the first thing we did is we looked around the outside to see how the water got into the house.
Okay.
After we did that, we're looking at the amount of damage or where the potential water came in.
Okay.
And then we're looking at, well, is there going to be testing needed? Is there going to be any remediation needed? What is the next step that we're going to need to do?
Okay.
By looking at this particular property, there is negative damage in several areas of the house, meaning that water is flowing towards the house instead of away from the house. So you're going to want to get a contractor to come out and take a look at that, seal up the areas in which it came in, also possibly fix the way that the grading is, or find a way for the water to flow away from the home.
Right.
Okay? That's the first and foremost.
Okay.
Second thing is, we're going to want to open up this wall.
Okay.
Because it got wet, it's a porous material. Mold takes 24 hours for it to start growing.
Okay.
It takes 7 days for it to start to spread. Now, if you can open up the wall and let it dry out, and then you have the opportunity of removing the debris, removing the mold, then you're not going to have as much of a problem with the mold-like condition. If you're noticing that you're in the house, it's starting to turn different colors, you didn't get to it quick enough, it didn't dry out fast enough, then I would strongly suggest having somebody like myself come out and do different types of testing. Unfortunately, if your house is making you sick and you haven't listed it with Monique yet because you want to sell it before all of this,
right,
but your house is making you sick from this adventure that we're going through, then yes, you're going to have to get somebody like myself and other contractors out to open the wall up, get it dried out, test to find out if there is a mold-like substance.
Okay.
And then you can go from there.
So Bruce, how high would you say that we would need to remove this drywall?
Well, in this particular house, because of the sampling that I did, I would probably come up to about this high, because I checked it with the moisture meter, and that's about where it breaks off.
Okay.
Sheetrock's cheap, but you want to make sure that you get it all so there's no problem.
Okay. This is such a big subject, and we could talk about it probably for like another hour.
Absolutely.
But just know that Bruce is here as a great resource for you. Bruce, give us the 3 steps again that we need to take.
Check the outside. Check the outside to see where the water came in, least path of resistance or negative grade.
Okay.
Second, you're going to want to open up the wall and get rid of all the water damage to see where it might be and what type or extent.
Okay.
Third, if you're not feeling well, you have some doubts, you're going to sell the house and you have to disclose it, have somebody come out and do a mold scan or a mold assessment of some site.
Okay. Mold is a 4-letter word in real estate, so we definitely want to tackle this issue beforehand before we get any homes on the market. So Bruce's information is at the bottom of this email. Please call him. He's here to serve you as well as myself. Thank you again for watching our real estate video blog.
Take care, guys. Thanks.